Hi everyone, and welcome to Chair Yoga. I'm Coach Monica, and today for class, all you're gonna need is a chair. And then if you happen to have a yoga block or two, they might come in handy. Not 100% necessary, just can be a little bit helpful for different parts of class today. So if you have one, great. If not, you could always grab a roll of paper towels or a book or something that's similarly shaped. But if not, don't worry about it. In today's class, we're going to be mostly seated, but we will have a couple of standing postures if that's something that you would like to take today. So if not, you can stay seated the whole entire time and really just do what's best for you and your practice. So really make it your own, have fun with it, and most importantly, listen to your body. So we are going to get started seated. So let's find a comfortable position a little bit away from the back of the chair. Bringing the feet together, we're going to have the hands on the knees to start. So cupping the knees, straight arms, and then a slight hinge forward of the hips. So we're going to start to elongate the spine here. So we don't want any tension for this first part. We just want to start to center and start to become present for our practice. So just let it all go. Let the shoulders soften. Let, the core be slightly engaged, but nothing too strenuous here. And if it feels comfortable to you, you can go ahead and begin to close your eyes or have a soft gaze here. So just take a moment to check in with yourself. Start to do a quick scan of your body. Starting at the top of your head, moving nice and slow all the way down to your toes. Really just noticing here any tension you might be holding. And also checking in with what feels good today. So not always, right, that negative, but what's feeling good, what's ready to go. Really just not trying to change anything about yourself. Just being an observer of your body, just checking in and allowing yourself to show up exactly as you are. Start to notice the quality of your breath, just how it is naturally. Is it a little more deep, a little more shallow? Again, just noticing these things. And when you're ready, we're going to begin to deepen the breath. So taking a full, slow, deep breath in through your nose, filling up your lungs, expanding across your chest. Big open mouth exhale, let it go. Do that again, full, slow, deep breath in through the nose, filling up. Open mouth exhale, sigh it all away. And continue breathing deeply, this time in and out through the nose. So taking a big breath in and out. This breath helps energize us from the inside out, and it helps us prepare for class by activating the parasympathetic nervous system, telling our brain it's time to relax. Taking one last moment here to set an intention for your practice today. So it could be something you're working on in your personal life, the first word that comes to mind, or maybe a mantra. But if nothing comes to mind, I invite you to take on my intention today of trusting yourself. Oftentimes we second guess ourselves, even when we have that gut instinct. We start asking others, what would you do? Am I making the right decision? But nobody knows you better than you. So really the idea of just going with your gut, you know what to do deep down. So taking one last moment here, take a big breath in. Full deep exhale to seal in that intention. And when you're ready, you can slowly start to flutter the eyes open if they were closed. We're going to come back to that neutral seated position. So having our rib cage now stacked over the hips, shoulders down and back, sitting up tall, begin to engage the core here, belly button to spine. Inhale, sweep the arms up overhead, palms touch. And then exhale, draw your hands down to heart center. Inhale, extend both arms up towards the sky again, maybe gazing up at the ceiling. Exhale, cactus your arms, squeezing the shoulder blades together behind you, pressing the chest forward, maybe a little back bend looking up at the sky. Inhale, reach and extend, straight spine. And exhale, hands to heart. Again, inhale, reach up. Exhale, cactus, squeeze those shoulder blades like there's something in between them. Inhale, reach it up. And exhale, hands to heart. Nice and easy as we warm up the upper body one last time here. Inhale, reach. Exhale, cactus the arms, squeeze. Inhale, up, extend. And exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, reach it back up. This time, exhale, drop the right hand down, reach the left arm up and over, big side body stretch. The left hip is going to want to pop up a little bit, so make sure that's glued down into the chair. Reaching through the fingertips, one more breath in, and exhale up. Inhale, drop the left hand, exhale, side body stretch to the other side. And again, this right hip is gonna wanna pop up, try to glue that down. Really wrap that top shoulder back. Energy out through the fingertips, inhale. And exhale, up through center. Last time, either side, big breath in. Exhale, side body stretch, reaching through the fingertips. Inhale, reach it up. And exhale, other side. Inhale, extend up, reach. And exhale, hands through heart center and then back to your lap. Great job warming up that upper body, maybe shaking out the shoulders a little bit. These did a lot of work for us. We'll move on to getting the lower body a little warmed up. So again, checking in with your posture, sitting up nice and tall. Rib cage over hips, a nice straight line, core is engaged. Inhale to grab onto that right knee, pull it in towards your chest, interlacing your fingers, maybe on the outside of that leg. So sitting up tall here, pressing the chest forward, and then begin to take some ankle circles around, nice and easy, in one direction. And when you're ready, switch directions. Keep breathing here. Try never to hold the breath. And when you're ready, you can either stay here with this stretch, or you can go ahead and take your right knee into your right hand. Sitting up tall, we're gonna slowly bring it out to the side and back in. So going at your own pace here, really, really easy and gentle. No quick movements, that's kind of how we pull something. Inhale as you bring it out, exhale back into center. And when you're ready, if you would like, you can hold it out to the side. So getting that stretch and holding here, flexing that right foot, but hips and torso stays towards the front. Breathing here, breath in and out. One more inhale. And exhale, slowly return back to center. And we'll try that on the other side. So readjust, reassess your posture here. Sitting up tall. Inhale as you scoop up that left knee. Pull it in towards your chest, sitting up tall. And when you're ready, starting to make those nice and easy ankle circles. Remember, All those snap, crackle, and pops are healthy, so don't worry about those. I am hearing them on my own ankle. And whenever you're ready, switch directions. Oh, there we go. That one was loud. All right, either staying here and holding or taking that left knee into your left hand, sitting up tall, bringing it nice and easy out and in. So really getting into this hip here because we have a couple deeper postures that we'll get into in just a bit. So we want to make sure that hip is nice and warmed up. Breathing through it. All right, again, same thing. If you want to hold it out to the side, sitting up tall, getting a little deeper of a stretch here, flexing the left foot, but hips stay towards the front. Don't hold that breath. Keep breathing here. Breath in and out. One more inhale and exhale. Bring it back in to center. Nicely done. All right, we'll start to get into our first posture. That is going to be our warrior two. So that is going to start to open the hips a little bit deeper here. And again, listen to your body throughout all of these poses. So we're going to start with the right leg, and that is going to come out to the side towards the right. You want to make sure your right leg is mostly on the chair here. That left leg is going to extend behind you. You might have to scooch around a little bit to get comfortable. But the most important thing here is these right toes face towards the right, left toes face towards the front of the room, wherever you happen to be. So once you get the legs down, you can go ahead and extend your arms parallel to the ground. So you want to make sure you have a nice long line of energy here. Check in with that back arm. A lot of times it wants to droop down. Squeezing the shoulder blades behind you. And once all of that feels good, go ahead and look over those right fingertips. Perfect. So remember that right knee continues to pull out towards the right corner or towards the right in general, because it always wants to cave in and be a little bit lazy. Now, if you want to add a little bit more to this pose, you can ground down through your feet, press up and hover out of that chair. So you can do this out or in the chair, depending on how you're feeling today. So it can be done either way. Wherever you are, take another breath in and out. I'm going to come back to my chair to show you this next one. We have reverse warrior. We're going to inhale to flip the front palm, reach it forward slightly, and then exhale, bring it all the way back. Reverse warrior. So the legs stay the same here. We just have different arms and we're really reaching back, creating space on this right side. Little to no weight in that left hand. Energy out through the fingertips. Take a big breath in and out. If you want to do this one standing, that's going to look like this. So hovering out of that chair and just pressing up through the feet, engaging the inner thighs. One more inhale. Exhale, we're going to hinge forward, and this is where a block might come in handy. So a block on the inside of that right foot to place your right hand on, and then left arm reaches high, side angle. So this is the standing variation. And then, of course, the sitting. So just sitting those hips right back onto that chair behind you if you would need to. Pressing into the block, and then the left arm really extends up towards the ceiling, getting some length there. Breath in. Breath out. And when you're ready, slowly coming back to your chair. Or if you want to stay standing, you can, of course, and we'll try that series on the other side. All right, so starting with our warrior two, bring that left leg this time, mostly on your chair. The right leg is going to go along behind us. It's not going to completely lock out. It's going to have a slight micro bend. And we'll put this there for the future for when we need it for our side angle pose. All right, so once you got those legs in position, left toes towards the left, right toes towards the front, go ahead and inhale your arms up. Again, working those shoulder blades that we warmed up at the beginning, so squeezing them together like you have something in there. Core is tight and really lengthen through the spine. And then gaze comes over those left fingertips this time. Perfect. Breathing here, never holding the breath. And again, if you want to take that standing option, go ahead and just lift the hips out of the chair. Breath in and out. On your next inhale, flip the front palm, reach it slightly forward, and then exhale, reach behind you, up and over. Reverse warrior on this side. Remember, little to no weight in this right hand. I'm not dumping my weight in there. I'm just kind of gently using it as support. Left shoulder wraps back and reaches towards the back wall or up to the ceiling, whichever one feels more comfortable. Don't lose that bend in that left knee. Taking one more inhale. Exhale, we're gonna come forward and down for our side angle pose. Left hand on the block, right arm reaches high. So this one, we're really getting into that left inner thigh here. Imagine someone is pulling on that top hand, so we want a lot of length there. Breath in, breath out. Nice, one more inhale. And exhale. Go ahead and slowly start to come out of it the same way you came in, and just come back to seated if you were standing. Nicely done. All right, our next posture is our chair pose. In Sanskrit, that's Utkatasana. So we're already in a chair, so that's great. It's a great way to start. We're gonna have our big toes to touch. Heels are gonna be slightly separated. So that's gonna make the edges of our feet parallel. Any shoulder issues today, any pain, injuries, anything like that, you can always have your hands at heart center or on your hips. But for everyone else, we're gonna inhale, reach the arms up, biceps by your ears. Slightly hinging at the hips again. So still keeping that spine in a nice long line, just moving from the hips. All right, this is your chair pose. So we're really lengthening and reaching. Now, if you want to try that challenge, go ahead and press through your heels, lift up off the chair, and come to that hover over the chair. It is a challenging pose. It's working those glutes, quads, shoulders, core. All right, I'm going to show you from the side so you can see I'm really trying to lengthen through the spine and sink into my heels. Wherever you are, taking one more breath in. And exhale, come to standing. Nicely done. That is not an easy pose. All right, let's find our mountain pose now that we're standing. So again, we're gonna bring our big toes to touch, little sliver of space in between the heels. We're gonna ground down through our feet. Imagine there's roots under your feet, really grounding you into the ground. You want a nice sturdy foundation here. Quads are engaged, so you're gonna feel the kneecaps lift. Core is engaged. Some might need a slight tuck of the tailbone. You really just want everything nice and tight, like you're bracing for a punch. I wish I had a less violent, more yoga-y way to put that, but that's kind of the best way to put it. Just really flexing your core here and having that nice neutral spine. Shoulders, let's roll them up towards the ears, down and back, bringing the palms to turn forward. And then we're just really looking for length here in the spine. So imagining there's a magnet on the top of your head pulling you up towards the ceiling. And this is our mountain pose, Tadasana. So this might just look like a very simple pose. Oh, you're just standing there. But with all this muscular engagement going on, there's a lot going on. So it's really important to master this one before moving on to others. So let's take a full breath in here. Full breath out. One more inhale. And exhale. Beautiful. All right. Let's inhale, sweep the arms up overhead, palms to touch. Exhale, hands to heart. We are going to move on to our tree pose. Oh, this is a balancing pose. If you would like to have a chair in front of you to hold on to, that's great. A wall to hold on to, that's great as well. But just for the purposes of showing you the full pose, I'm just going to do it standing. You can always have your hands on your hips or just anywhere that helps you balance. So we'll start with that right leg. We're gonna just open it up to the right. So hinging that hip open again, all about the hips today. And then just resting the heel on the ankle is perfect. So this is tree pose. If you wanna go a little further with it, you can start to take that right foot and slide it up that standing leg. So anywhere on that leg is great. If it's just a little bit above the ankle, or maybe on the calf, or maybe you want to grab onto it and place it on the inner thigh. Anywhere on the leg is great except for the knee joint. You don't really want to be right on that knee joint. And wherever you are, breathing here, breathing through it. Option, once you get your balance, to grow your branches, so bringing your arms up high, or even out to the side, or down by your side, or whatever feels best for you. Your expression of tree here. Let's take one more breath in. And exhale to slowly release wherever you are. Shake it out a little bit, and we'll try that other side. All right, maybe starting at hands at heart or hands at hips, whatever helps you balance the most. Ground down through that right foot, really strong here, strong foundation like we practiced in that mountain pose. And then hinging open that left hip, so peeling it open to the side. Staying right here with that foot on the ground is perfectly fine. Maybe the side we're a little struggling a little more with our balance, or maybe we're even better on this side, you never know. So up to you where you want to go with it. Maybe you on this side you can grab it and pull it up towards the top. Again, a chair or something to grab onto is great here. So wherever your tree lands is just perfect. And just breathe here. Wherever you are, one more breath. And exhale, release it all out. Nicely done. Shake it out. And we will have a seat. All right. Starting to cool it down a little bit here. Let's really just let everything go. So those were some challenging postures. You did amazing. You tried and put in your best effort, and that's what matters. So now we're going to let that all go and reap the benefits of our hard work today. So we're gonna bring the feet hip width distance or maybe even a little wider. And this is where you might want 2 blocks just to have your hands on in our forward fold. So set them up however you would like. And we're gonna inhale, reach the arms up high. Really reach through the fingertips, get that length. And we're gonna exhale, hinge at the hips, forward fold all the way down, placing your hands on the blocks or the floor or a mat or whatever is down there. Letting the head go heavy here. Maybe shaking the head yes and no. Just allowing your upper body to be heavy and melt away. On an inhale, we're going to find a halfway lift. So either pressing your hands into the blocks or on the ground. Inhale, straighten through the spine. So just extending that back flat to get a little more length. And then exhale, folds a little bit deeper. Taking one more breath here. On your next inhale, slowly roll back up to seated, stacking one vertebrae at a time. Your head is the last to come up. And sitting up nice and tall, nicely done. You can toe heel the feet back together. I'm going to take the right leg and put it on top of the left, finding a figure 4 stretch here. So pressing that right thigh away, sitting up tall. And if this is too much on that outer right thigh, you can always have that right ankle or that right foot down, just have the ankles crossing. So up to you which feels best here. If you need a little more in the stretch, you can hinge forward. So completely up to you. Breathing here, breath in, breath out. And when you're ready, sitting up tall, we're going to take the left hand to the outside of the right thigh. Inhale for length, and we're going to exhale, twist over to the right. So maybe grabbing onto the back of the chair if your chair has one, or something behind you to just get a little deeper into the twist. One more inhale here. And exhale, unwind back through center. We'll try that other side. So unwrap that right leg, taking the left on top of the right. And of course, if you did the other side, just switch to the other side. And then finding your variation of that figure 4 stretch here. So pressing that right thigh gently away. Or again, maybe if this is too much, crossing at the ankles. Sitting up nice and tall. And when you are ready, go ahead and take that right hand on the outside of the left thigh. Inhale, grow taller, and exhale, twist a little deeper. Grabbing onto maybe that back of the chair. Maybe even looking over your left shoulder to continue that twist into your neck. Just go nice and easy here. One more inhale. And exhale. On your next inhale, slowly unwind, coming back to center, uncrossing the legs. We'll kind of end how we started. Sitting up tall, letting yourself completely let go, letting go of any restraints on your breath or any tension in your body. So just let it all be nice and heavy. Taking a moment of Shavasana here. Allow your eyes to either close or have a nice, soft, easy gaze. And taking a moment of reflection, being mindfully still, being present in this moment, in the here and now. And if you did have the intention today of trusting yourself, I hope you have the opportunity to do so and today, throughout your week. And when you're ready, slowly flutter the eyes back open so we can take one last breath together. Let's sit up tall. Inhale, sweep the arms up overhead, palms touch. Exhale, draw your hands down to heart center. Thank you so much for letting me share my practice with you today. Namaste.